Hello and welcome to the Tech Review channel. So in this video we shall discuss about the metrology of surface finish. So we shall discuss the why we need to control the surface finish. Next, what are the different parameters so that will affect the surface finish. The different terms used in the surface finish and the surface finish symbol. So these things, so we shall discuss in this video. So first of all, what are reasons for controlling the surface finish or surface texture? So what are the different reasons? First one is to improve the fatigue life. Means the life of the component will depends on the surface finish. Means if the surface finish is high, means if the surface is smooth, the life will be high. If the surface is rough, life will be less. Means as the surface finish increases, its life of the part or product will increases. Next is to reduce initial wear of the parts. So it will also reduce the wear if the surface finish is good. Means if the surface finish is good between two moving parts. So let us say it is a one part and it is another part. It is moving in this direction, it is moving in this direction. Means it is just like a friction. If these two surfaces are smooth, then there will be no wear. Means it will be less wear. It will reduce the wear. So next is to improve the service life of components. So as the surface finish increases, so its life of the components will going to increases. Next is to have close dimensional tolerance on the parts. So already I explained about tolerance in the previous videos. So if you want to have the close dimensional tolerances, so it is surface finish is important. So to reduce the frictional wear. So already we know what is meaning of friction. So if the surface finish is good, so it will reduce the frictional wear. Means this one and this one, so these two parameters almost it is same. Next is to improve appearance. Means it will improve the appearance. If the surface finish is good, means it looks good, it will improve the looks. Afterwards, to improve the resistance. So these are the different reasons why we need to control the surface finish or surface texture. Next is factors affecting surface finish in machining. So what are the different factors that affect the surface finish? Means indirectly the factors which will control the surface finish. First one is the machining variable. So this is important parameter, that is cutting speed, feed and depth of cut. So these parameters you will study in the manufacturing process. So these parameters will totally define the surface finish: cutting speed, feed and depth of cut. Afterwards, tool geometry. So tool geometry, so it is also you are going to study in the manufacturing process. So geometry of the tool is also going to affect the surface finish, like nose radius, rake angle, side cutting edge angle, afterwards cutting edge angle. So this geometry of the tool, cutting tool, will also affect the surface finish. Next is workpiece and tool material combination. So what type of material you are going to use for the tool and workpiece, so that will also affect the surface finish. Next is quality and type of machine tool used. Means like if you are, whether you are going to use lathe machines, whether you are going to use the CNC machines, so like etc. So what type of machining we are going to use, tools we are going to use, so that will also going to affect the surface finish. Next is vibrations between workpiece, machine tool and cutting tool. So there will be always some vibrations. So because of this, so that will also going to affect the surface finish. So next is terminology of surface finish. So you can see, so this is the figure, so which is indicates the surface characteristic of the any surface. So let us see one by one different terms. First one is roughness or primary texture. So here you can see, so this means whatever this small layers, so these layers, so these are called the roughness. So roughness is the surface irregularities of small wavelength are called primary texture or roughness. So whatever this, so this one, this is called roughness. So and this is called roughness height, and you can see, and this is called the roughness width. So from this point to this point it is called roughness width, and it is called roughness height. So that is whatever the term, so that is called the roughness. Roughness means it is the surface irregularities of small wavelength are called the roughness, primary texture or roughness. So next is waviness or secondary texture. So you can see, so this is the waviness height it is mentioned. So waviness means, so you can see, so this will be, it is, so you can see, so if I make zoom here, so means it is waviness indicates the surface, the surface irregularities of considerable wavelength of periodic character are called waviness. So this is, here we are going to take it as a secondary texture. So here you can see, so this is waviness. So it's called, so height of the waviness is called waviness height, and width of the waviness is called the waviness width. So here also it is one of the waviness. So here it is second waviness, means it is width is called width of waviness width, height is called the waviness height, like roughness height and roughness width. So next is lay. Lay means it represents the direction of predominant surface of pattern produced. It reflects the machining operation used to produce it. Means it directly indicates direction of machining, in which direction you have made machining. So you can see here. So it indirectly indicates what type of machining you have used by looking at surface. Whether you have used grinding process, whether you have used the milling process, etc. like that. So it is indicates the direction of machining. Roughness height, so it is already explained. So whatever the height of roughness, so it is called roughness height. Next is roughness waviness height, so it is called waviness height. So whatever the height of the waviness, it is called the waviness height. That is, waviness height means it is peak to valley distance of surface profile. Next is roughness width cutoff. So this is the important parameter. Roughness width cutoff means this is the maximum width of the surface irregularities that are included in measurement of surface measurement of roughness height. This is always greater than roughness width. So means it is, this is the maximum width of surface irregularities that is included in the measurement of roughness height. Means whatever the length you are going to consider for analysis purpose. Means you cannot consider whole surface to make the analysis of surface roughness. So if there is one part, only some certain portion will be considered. So that is called the roughness width cutoff. So this is always a greater than the roughness width. So here you can see, so this is the roughness width cutoff. So here you can see roughness width is very small. So roughness width cutoff is always greater than the roughness width. So that you need to understand. So next is sampling length. Sampling length means it is the length of the profile necessary for analysis of the irregularities to be taken into account. Means whatever the length you are going to consider for the analysis purpose, that is called the sampling length. So here you don't confuse between the waviness width, roughness width cutoff and sampling length. Roughness width cutoff means this is the maximum width of surface irregularities. Surface irregularities that are included in measurement of roughness height. That are included in the measurement of roughness height. So that is called waviness. That is called the roughness width cutoff. But sampling length means the whatever the length you have considered, length of the profile necessary for analysis of the irregularities to be taken into account. So that length is called the sampling length. Means sampling length means what are the length of this workpiece. So from this point to this point it is called the sampling length. Next is flaw. Flaw means it is the these are surface irregularities or imperfections. So you can see, so this is the flaw means, so these are the irregularities, surface irregularities or imperfections, so which occur at frequent intervals and at random intervals, such as cracks, scratches, porosity. So these things are called the flaws. Okay. So next is surface roughness symbol. So this will ask normally in the exam to draw draw the surface roughness symbol. So for 4 to 5 marks. So this is very important question from exam point of view. So you can say, so this is the surface roughness symbol. So this indicates surface of the material. This is a triangle. Afterwards it is extended to this line. So here it is machining allowance. So whatever the machining allowance value, so we need to write here. Afterwards roughness value. So roughness value should be right at this point. So roughness value always it is written in terms of the microns, means 30 microns, 50 microns. If you just write 30 here, so that means it is 30 micron. Next is production method, means what type of production method it is used. So that method you need to mention on the above this line, and below this line, so sampling length and roughness, other roughness values. So whatever the sampling length you have considered and other roughness values, so it is need to be written below the this horizontal line. And here you need to write the direction of lay. Here you need to write the direction of the lay. So thank you so much for watching this video. So in the next video, so I will come up with the so other topics of the this surface roughness. So I will see you in the next video again. Bye.